Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will be walking down the aisle on Saturday, May 19th, but there's already been a movie made about their romance. The royal family is no stranger to having their lives and history depicted on the silver screen, and there's plenty of films to choose from. So if you've already binge-watched The Crown and ITV's Victoria, then you might want to check out or even re-watch these regal classics to get you in the mood for the royal wedding. The QueenHelen Mirren performs an Oscar-winning turn as Queen Elizabeth II in the aftermath of Princess Diana's death. The British monarch faces a backlash from the public for keeping their family hidden behind Balmoral Castle's doors. Meanwhile, newly elected Prime Minister Tony Blair, Martin Sheen, tries to persuade her to address the people. The madness of King George. Elizabeth II isn't the only Queen Helen Mirren has played. In this film, she plays Queen Charlotte, the wife of Mad King George III, whose lieutenants try to adjust the rules to govern the country without his participation. Alan Bennett adapted his own play, with Nigel Hawthorne giving a brilliant performance as the titular monarch. Elizabeth Kit Blanchett plays the original Queen Elizabeth in this epic period drama that details her difficult ascension to the throne and her council's attempt to marry her off. Stunning performance by Kate, and you can always watch the sequel Elizabeth: The Golden Age if you fancy another hit of the Virgin Queen. Read now, everything you need to know about the royal wedding. The young Victoria Mealy Blunt dazzles in this lovely period romance about Queen Victoria's early years in power and her romance with Prince Albert, played by Rupert Friend. This one will melt your heart, Mrs. Brown. This is the perfect sequel to The Young Victoria because it follows the British Queen as she finds comfort again after the death of her husband. Dame Judi Dench plays the titular character, and Billy Connolly her Scottish companion, John Brown, in one of his most delightful performances. A royal night out, back to Queen Elizabeth again, but this time in a rather light-hearted comedy about her and her sister Princess Margaret's antics on the night the Allied forces won the Second World War. Sarah Gadon and Belle Powley play the Queen-to-be and her sibling, respectively, and it will definitely get you in the mood for some royal wedding fun. The King's Speech. Queen Elizabeth II wouldn't have taken the throne if her uncle hadn't fallen for an American, which meant her dad had to step up. This film details the story of King George VI's unexpected ascension to the throne and the speech therapist who worked with him to ensure he felt worthy of the position. Colin Firth won an Oscar for this role, so you might as well give it a look. The Other Boleyn Girl, based on Philippa Gregory's novel, the film stars Natalie Portman as Anne Boleyn, Scarlett Johansson as her sister Mary, and Eric Bana as King Henry VII. The two sisters contend for the monarch's affection, which creates a deadly love triangle that leaves few winners. Darkest Hour. This film might be about Winston Churchill, but King George plays a significant role in it too. Ben Mendelsohn takes the reins as British monarch opposite Gary Oldman's Churchill, and their scenes are rather special. King Charles III and the style of a Shakespearean history play. Mike Bartlett imagines a future with Charles the throne, and it doesn't go well for him. It's probably the only decent movie about the current royal family, including Charlotte Riley as Kate Middleton, but hopefully, it won't be indicative of what will come under King Charles's reign. Read more. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry movie panned. Meghan Markle doc reveals Jack the Ripper relations. Stan Lee files $1 billion lawsuit.